Morning or afternoon. I harvested our Giant Marconis uh, this morning because the frost is coming in tonight, and I'm going to make a video on how I dehydrate them. I got my dehydrator set up over there, and we'll cut them up and get them in the trays. See if I can move this thing without stopping the video. So let's see. I've got 6 trays in this dehydrator, and I number them. And as the thing is running, I'll put an hour on my timer. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and do that. And I've got it set on 135 degrees, and the heat comes up from the bottom. I don't have one of them nice Excalibur that blows from the back over each tray. So in an hour, when the timer goes off, I'll take the number 1 tray and I'll put it on the top, and then we'll just keep rotating that every hour. But here's our Giant Marconis. Here's a nice one. Picked these this morning, and we froze. Our freezers are full, so we're going to start dehydrating these things. And what I do is I'll just cut it like that, go down through there like that, and you'll see there's a little spine in there. I just cut that white spine out best I can, and then we'll just cut them. And I don't, when I first, I missed that right there. So we'll cut that out of there. When I first started dehydrating these things, I used to cut them in tiny little pieces, and when they dried up or got finished up, they shriveled up to nothing. So I leave them in big pieces, kind of like this. And I just dehydrated some last night. And I'm just going to take the trays and lay them right back on. I've got a little piece of fabric here that makes them easy to get off of there. And I lay mine skin side down. And that helps them from sticking to the tray. I have laid them like this without the material there. Actually, you buy these inserts for the what is this? This is a Harvest Made. We got this at a estate sale from one of our friends, and we only paid $10 for it. My other one quit working, so we found one at an estate sale, and my wife bought it for me, and this is what we do. And I like bigger pieces, and you want to leave them with the little, I don't know, quarter inch around each pepper piece, and that lets that air circulate up through there. Just cut them. Have to eat that. Take that little spine out there with a few seeds in it. Didn't have much here. And just, when they want to stay like that, I'll snap them. See, it didn't break apart, but it lays down flatter. Just break it. Lay that thing down there flat like that. And then you take your other pieces and just fill in your voids. But always try to leave you about a quarter inch gap around each piece. And then I'll just break that off like that. And I've got a container here with all my pieces, and that'll go out in the compost pile when I get done with it. We'll just break them apart. And I've got plenty of time to do this, so I don't have to try to pack every little piece in there. I like to leave a little room around it because these are bigger pieces. And if I set it on, it's got settings on this thing. I've set it higher before, and I found out when I go above 135 on these, it kind of discolors them. So I keep it around 135 and keep rotating the trays, and that'll keep them from changing color. That's not too bad of a little piece of white in there. Just snap it. There's one I can cut out of there. I know you're supposed to cut away from me, but these things are curved to the point that sometimes you can't. You get it all out of there. Yeah. And I'll just break them apart. And if I need to fill in a gap, I'll just break that. We'll take this tray. See if I can find my tape. That's tray number 6. Set that right there. And every hour when the timer goes off, I'll take one and put it to the top and then leave number 2 on an hour. And then go to the top. And eventually that'll take that number 6 tray and it'll be on the bottom. So this is what we've dehydrated so far. And these are just empty mayonnaise jars. And these are empty peanut butter jars. I saved my canning jars for canning. And whenever we fill these things up, I put one of these in there. This is a moisture packet. You can get these on Amazon. It's a silica moisture packet. It's made for food. Just lay that right in the top. Pack as many of them in there. When these things get done tomorrow, what I'll do, they'll still be warm. So I'll lay them out on a cookie sheet. Give them about an hour to dry. And then I put them in my container so it don't, no condensation forms in there. And that's what they end up looking like. Kind of like a potato chip, and they are delicious. You can hear that crunch. Just like that. I love eating them just like this. What I really like to do is, when they're red, I've already done most of the red, I'll take and put some sea salt over the top of them while they're wet in the tray, cut them real big, and make me some Giant Marconi pepper chips. Because when they dry, that salt sticks to them. And then you make you a nice potato chip. It's not a potato chip, sorry. It's a pepper chip. But what we have this morning, these trays, I'll have to get that in this. This is what I had in the container from earlier this morning. And we'll start another jar. It's a mess. And even the green ones, they're good. And we just keep, I've got several jars back there. So I'll just keep filling them up, keep filling them up. We had to pick these peppers early because of frost coming in here tonight. And I usually wait till they get red, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I've got no more room in my freezer. And that's how we... Sorry to go so fast. Dehydrate. Our Giant Marconi peppers. And they'll usually go till tomorrow. I've found sometimes I can get, depending on how big they are, pieces from 12 to 16 hours. That's how we do it. That's what works for us. Thanks for watching.